Hello everyone, it's your favorite Senso Tech Jedi. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps needed to deploy the Senso V2 extension to your Chromebooks. Now, I will be using some screenshots as there is some information that we need to cover up that is our licensing information. So I will be using some screenshots to walk us through the process. So first thing is you need to log in to your portal, make sure that you have admin access, and then you're going to go on over to the admin center, clicking the gear in the top right hand corner. Now let me go ahead and pull up. You'll need to go to your licensing area, and inside of your licensing area you can auto assign the bundles going out to these devices, or you can go into the manage devices area here, and once the devices have been deployed to you, you can select them and you can auto assign them to the specific bundles that have been purchased for them. Once you have done that, you will need to then go down to the sites area. You can create a new site, or you can use the one that was created for you when your portal was set up. But this right here is the most important part, that assignment key or site ID. So once you have created your site and you know that these devices are going to this site, so if you have multiple sites with multiple assignment keys, you would then need to push that configuration file that we're about to download that has that extra bit of the assignment key. So the assignment key will change based off the assignment key that you have assigned to your sites. And in this configuration file in Google Admin, you can pick and choose which users go to which sites. So for here, I'm just doing a flat install with one site. But again, if you had multiple sites, you would just choose the OU, and in the configuration process step that we're about to talk about, you would just change the site ID, or you would copy and paste a new site ID right here from this area. So you'll want to go ahead and click on the Chrome icon here where it says Get Chromebook Configuration. And once you've downloaded your JSON file, I'd like for you to right click on the folder and open it up with Notepad. You'll be presented this information here. Now again, I have extracted my private information off of here, but you will see you will have a license key and your site ID. Again, the site ID is important if you have multiple sites and you're wanting to point these users to the different sites. Maybe you have an elementary site and a high school site. When you deploy this to your OUs, you would need to change the site ID to match whichever site you want those users to show up in. So we do need to modify this configuration file just a little bit. So you'll see here I'm going to start at the end, and I'm going to highlight everything up to where it says use asset ID false. So see, I have everything for screen setting, including that comma after the false. I want everything that has screen setting on it. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that and backspace to delete it. I then want to backspace and enter the word true where it said false, and then I'm going to finish this off with 3 curly brackets. The curly brackets are going to be right above your enter key. This is your configuration file. Typically in any sort of install, once you have your configuration file like this, the only thing you would be modifying is that site ID to match the different sites if you have multiple sites. Go ahead and copy. So we're going to highlight and copy this. And then open up your App Management Center for Google. So this will be your Google Admin Center. So you're going to go ahead and open that up. And in your Google Admin Center, I would have you navigate to Devices, Chrome, Apps and Extensions, and then across the top where it says Users and Browsers. Once you're in Users and Browsers, here under Organizational Units, you can search for the organizational unit we're targeting with this site configuration, or if you put it at the top of the structure, it will get inherited down to anything below that. So if you have your OUs split out, just know whatever is at the top level, the top file, the top OU will get inherited below that. So if you set it at the very top of your tenancy, everything below that will get inherited. If you want to pick and choose, especially if you have multiple sites, you would just highlight the specific OU like I've done here and go ahead and choose that for your OU for this process. Then I'm going to have you go down to the Chrome Web Store. So you're going to go here to the bottom right hand corner, click on the big yellow, go up one to the Chrome Web Store, and that's going to show you this screen. Here you want to search extensions and themes for senso.cloud. And you will want to choose the version V2 right here. This version V2 is the one you want to select. And once you have selected that, it's going to take you back to a screen that you'll click select. And then it's going to take you back into your admin center here for Chrome. You'll see the Senso extension will be listed right here. We're going to change in this panel that slides out here where it says allow install. We're going to change that to force install. And then we're going to get ready for our configuration file. Our configuration file is next. So at the bottom of that same panel that we changed from allow install to force install, you'll paste in the information that we had before. You see there's our modified Chromebook configuration. You'll go ahead and paste that in there and then click save at the top. Now your Chromebooks will go ahead and show up in your portal. Let me go ahead and get over here. And they will start populating themselves online into whichever group that you have specified for that user group. Key important thing here is that we're deploying this to users, not devices. These are going to be the OUs that contain the users of the accounts on Chromebooks that you want to see here in the portal. So if you've deployed it to a device group, they will not show up. You have to deploy it to the user group. So now that the users have logged on to these devices, because they are managed provision devices within the tenancy of my Google admin, they will go ahead and pick up the client and show up here in the portal. Alright guys, that's how you deploy the Chrome extension to your Chromebooks. Thanks. See you in the next one.